but one of them is 3 and D help. Okay? Sometimes Danny Green brings 3. Sometimes Danny Green brings D. Mathews always brings the D, but he never bringing the 3. What's up? What's happening? What's popping? What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another great episode of Simone with the Sports. I'm Simone, bringing you guys daily sports talk. So if you're new here, if you're old here, you haven't already subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you stop what you're doing. Make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you keep rocking with me. Also, make sure you check out the links down below. The first link is to buy me a coffee to help fuel this channel that you love so much. The second link is to shop the official Simone with the Sports merch collection. Get you the classic tee, the wavy tee. And make sure you check out the last link, which is subscribe to our podcast, So Calls, where me and Dylan have some of your favorite sports analysts, reporters, former and current athletes, chop it up with the pot, and turn notification bells on because the videos are coming live, boom, 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 and you don't want to miss a single video. So guys, today I'm back with another trade rumor. I think this is one of my favorite scenarios. Okay, so my dream scenario is us getting Jaylen Brown for Ben Simmons. Well, that's not a dream because that's realistic. My dream would be Shai because that's a long stretch, so that has to be a dream because I love Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's game. My next best scenario would be Jaylen Brown, and then this one that I'm about to present to you right now, which is Dillon Brooks. Because my thing is, there's 3 needs that the Sixers have. And one of them, when I say needs to make a deep playoff run. One of them is a perimeter playmaker and a perimeter defender. And all 3 of those players, we get that. But Dillon Brooks is a scenario where we will be providing a direct need for the Memphis Grizzlies as well. The Memphis Grizzlies right now, first of all, Dillon Brooks is shooting a career high, 18 points per game. He's also grabbing 3 rebounds a game, 2.5 assists. He's shooting 35% from 3. In the last 2 seasons, Dillon Brooks averaged at least 16.7 points per game, and he finished last season with more points per game on average than Seth Curry. So he's going to be someone that will instantly come in and provide some perimeter playmaking, because I think that's one of our biggest needs, a perimeter playmaker, because Tobias Harris can't consistently create for himself on the perimeter, and Tyrese Maxey, who's doing a great job at the point guard, hasn't shown that he can be a clutch bucket in crunch time or late in the game, where we see lately that tends to be where we're struggling the most, hence why we went to double overtime with the Timberwolves and we pushed it to the limit last night with the Orlando Magic. I definitely think we need some playmaking on the perimeter, but also we need some defensive playmaking on the perimeter as well. That's a huge drop off when we lost Ben Simmons. Now, our interior defense, in my opinion, is good with Joel Embiid and with Andre Drummond. But outside of Matisse Thybulle, y'all, who do we have that can help defend on the perimeter? And Matisse's offense keeps us limited on how much time we can even keep Matisse on the court. So outside of Matisse, we don't have strong perimeter defense, even a consistent perimeter defender. And outside of those 3 players, we don't have a consistent perimeter defender. Outside of those 3 players, we don't have a consistent defender outside of those 3 players. You can add in Tobias, make it 4. Outside of those 4 players, we don't have consistent defense. Right now, the Sixers in defensive rating, we're ranked number 20 right now in defensive rating. I know it's early in the season and those numbers are skewed because we missed Joel Embiid for so long. But keep in mind, last season when the Sixers were ranked number 1, we were number 2 in defensive rating. Number 2. We know defense wins freaking championships. Look at the Milwaukee Bucks. We were number 2 last season in defensive rating overall. We ended the regular season, number 2. And that was what drove us to being the number 1 seed. Right now we're number 20. We need to address that. Also, something that the Memphis Grizzlies need is defensive help as well. So, like I said, the Memphis Grizzlies, of course, being spearheaded by Ja Morant, Dillon Brooks as well, helping them a lot. And then, of course, you know, their second-year player, Desmond Bane, is providing a lot of offense. So they have a lot of offense between Dillon, Ja, and Desmond. But right now, in 20 games, the Grizzlies are bottom in the league in defense. They're giving up an average of 115 points per game. They're bottom in the league in defense. And what would help that? We know y'all can put up points, but y'all can't stop nobody. So insert Ben Simmons for the Grizzlies, and you instantly have a much better team on the Grizzlies, because we know Ben Simmons can get stops. We know Ben Simmons can get stops. So the Grizzlies will instantly become better by adding Ben Simmons. We'll get better by adding a perimeter shot maker, shot creator, and a 3-and-D guy. Emphasis on the D in Dillon Brooks. So our lineup would look like Tyrese Maxey, Seth Curry, Dillon Brooks, Tobias, and Joel Embiid. I likes that. Like I said, the Sixers have there's three things the Sixers have that really concerns me. I'm going to, you know, get into that in another video. I'll make that another video. But one of them is 3-and-D help. Okay? Sometimes Danny Green brings 3. Sometimes Danny Green brings D. Mathews always brings the D, but he never bringing the 3. Okay? So that's the biggest thing that I believe that one of the biggest things that I think that the Sixers need to really make to even not have to be in a play-in scenario. Like I said, the team is giving play-in team to me right now. First round exit, play-in team. For us to be a real playoff contender, one of the biggest things we need is that 3-and-D. We need help on that perimeter defense. Like I said, Mathews is our only perimeter defender. And he can't even be on the court all the time because he doesn't bring that offense. Last season, we ended number 2 in defensive rating. And mind you, when it comes to Dillon Brooks, the Grizzlies were flirting with trading Dillon Brooks in the offseason. So this is a guy that they were flirting with trading in the offseason. So Dillon Brooks is 25 years old, which is also important to me because he could be a long-term option for the Sixers. I know some players we were looking at, they weren't long-term options. He's a long-term option. Because when you look at Seth, when you look at Danny, those guys will be retiring probably before Embiid. They will be retiring before Embiid. Dillon Brooks is someone that can hang around with Embiid for a long time. Okay? Also, he has a friendly contract, and that's what we're going to have to get into. So, obviously, he's earning much less than Ben Simmons. He's making $12 million this season. He'll make $11 million next season. So we will have to package in some more things for him. We will have to package in some more players for him. I'm thinking somebody like Kyle Anderson, Tyus Jones. Those are vets that can come in and instantly just help off the bench for us. Just some good role playing off the bench. So we will be able to package some more players in for Dillon Brooks, which is fine. Also, the Grizzlies have hella draft picks. They have 10 picks in the next 3 drafts, and 6 of those are first-round picks. So the Grizzlies have enough assets to build, even when they add Ben Simmons, Desmond, and Ja as their core. They still have plenty of assets to strengthen that team and make it even better in the long run. So I think that this works for both parties. And this is my top 3. This is my top 3 trade situations. Like I said, my dream, of course, because it's so far-fetched, is Shy. Then I would love Jaylen Brown. And then Dillon Brooks is my number 3 guy. So that's my scenario. It works out for both teams. The Grizzlies need some defense. They need a lot of defense. They're putting up points, but they can't stop anybody. And who would be perfect for them but Ben Simmons? For us, we need some 3-and-D consistently. We need a perimeter shot creator, and we need someone who can make stops on the other end. But guys, let me know what you think. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you leave a comment. Subscribe. Keep rock with me. Check out the links down below. Let me know what you want to see in my next video. Probably my next video is going to be my 3 things the Sixers need to address to become a legit playoff team. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And until I talk to you guys next time, bye!